Today, I want to take the conversation a step further because sometimes we know what we want to do. We know what we're capable of. We even know what God has placed in us, but we still don't move. And you remember how I said sometimes it's fear? Sometimes it's not fear. It's sometimes because we are waiting for someone to give us permission. And I know all y'all out there know exactly what I'm talking about. You're waiting for somebody to say, oh, you can do it. You're ready. You're qualified, or I believe in you. And until you hear those words, you will stay right where you are. But I want you to think of this question. What if nobody ever comes to give you that permission? What if you've been waiting on something that you were never supposed to wait for? Because this month we've been talking about stepping out and building, starting over, and trusting God. And there's another layer to this conversation that I don't want you to miss. At some point, you have to stop waiting for someone to validate what God has already placed inside of you. This conversation is about anybody who has been waiting for permission to become who they are already supposed to be. And sometimes that permission comes from a parent, comes from a boss, spouse, friends, or even sometimes we wait for society to tell us, okay, it's your turn. And if we're being completely honest, a lot of times we're waiting on ourselves as well. We're waiting until we feel confident enough, qualified enough, ready enough. But I want you to think about this. What if confidence isn't what you need before you begin? What if confidence is something you develop because you begin? What if being qualified isn't about knowing everything? What if it's being willing to learn what you don't know? My biggest question to you, though, is what if God already gave you permission when He gave you your gift? Because if that's true, then what exactly are you waiting for? Let's talk about it.